Tonight, Health Minister Mary Isaac is defending her decision to stay well out of the media spotlight during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Senators reveal that they are not closed off to the idea of cancelling upcoming masquerade events like Carnival, Jazz and Groseley Friday Night Street Party. And COVID-19 begins to spread throughout the region. We have the details of these stories and more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Thursday, the 12th of March, 2020. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We're on Flow, channel 117. The broadcast is also being simulcast on Kiss FM, on our mobile app, and our Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. Health Minister Mary Isaac is defending her decision to stay well out of the media spotlight during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Whilst the nation stood puzzled for weeks, wondering where in the world is Mary Isaac, she is standing resolute in her decision, stating that the ministry was left in the hands of competent individuals. Rochelle Gonzalez reports.
Just like the famous puzzle book, Where in the World is Waldo, St. Lucians were left puzzled over the glaring silence from the island's health minister, Mary Isaac, whilst the tensions and concerns surrounding COVID-19 gripped the nation. Moments before a much-anticipated Senate seating at the House of Assembly on Thursday morning, Hot 7 finally got a chance to ask her why she stayed silent on the matter for so long. Here's what she had to say. The question has been asked, where in the world is Mary Isaac? Where have you been? Why did it take you so long to give a response on this major topic?
Because the staff of the Ministry of Health has been updating the country. The public workers are the ones who are actually behind the scenes doing all the work. They are the ones who have the technical knowledge and the information to share with the country, and I have ensured that they have been doing that every day.
Isaac broke her long silence on Tuesday, March 10th, when she addressed ministers before the first parliament sitting for the year at the House of Assembly. However, she was noticeably quiet over the past few weeks on the subject matter of the highly infectious virus, which has claimed nearly 5,000 lives worldwide and is now at St. Lucia's doorstep, with cases being confirmed in neighboring islands St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Martinique. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
With the inevitable arrival of COVID-19 to St. Lucian shores, respective members of the Senate revealed that they are not closed off to the idea of cancelling upcoming events, including Carnival 2020, Jazz, and the Groseley Friday Night Street Party. Ministers of both health and the creative industries say if push comes to shove, they will make the decisions that are best suited to the well-being of the people of this nation.
Is this the year that lovers of all fetes and festivities get to unwillingly sit this one out? Well, this could very well be the case if the novel coronavirus continues on its frightful rampage across the Caribbean and the rest of the world. Since the outbreak of COVID-19, the World Health Organization has officially classified the virus as a pandemic. It has spread to at least 114 countries and territories on 6 continents, infecting more than 118,000 people and killing nearly 5,000. In the past week, COVID-19 has been confirmed in at least 8 Caribbean nations, including next-door neighbors to St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Martinique. There has also been one confirmed death of a 52-year-old woman in Guyana. Although the virus has not been detected in St. Lucia as yet, health officials state that it is inevitable, and so citizens should be in a state of preparedness. And it is on that note that the question has been asked whether mass crowd events, including Carnival, the Jazz Festival, and the weekly Groseley Street Jam, to name a few, will be suspended. Health Minister Mary Isaac did not rule out the idea.
Madam Minister, what would you say is a greater priority at the time, the health of the people of St. Lucia or bringing in tourism dollars as per Jazz and Carnival?
Well, obviously you have seen that it is the health of the people of St. Lucia because we have turned away a number of cruise ships. Unfortunately so, because the very people in St. Lucia whom we are protecting are the ones who are, some of them are the ones complaining that we are cutting off on their bread. So we are putting the health of the people of St. Lucia first and foremost, and usually so far we have taken the lead in terms of turning away cruise ships that we suspect may have cases.
But this is just
or
cruise ships, though.
potentially.
When you have people, the cruise ship, they come, they mill around in the city, perhaps they do around the island tour. When you have people coming in for jazz and carnival, they're here for days on end, they patronize more things, they're in contact with way more people than persons who come on cruise ships. Do you think that we should cancel those events as number one priority, the health of the people of St. Lucia?
I believe that we have already asked that question about cancelling events, and I have already responded to that question.
But we're looking at it as what is our priority at this time?
Our priority is to protect the lives of our people first and foremost.
On Wednesday, March 11th, U.S. President Donald Trump announced that flights coming into the States from Europe will be barred with the exception of the newly withdrawn UK. Isaac indicated that this too is a possibility, but it will take some deliberation to make such a decision.
That is a very interesting move because I know that the case in St. Vincent is somebody who visited the UK. And there are many cases where the people visited the UK. So unlike the President of the United States, what we can do in St. Lucia is protect our people, secure our borders, and ensure that this virus does not come in. For now, if the situation warrants us taking stringent measures, then we will do so at the appropriate time.
Cultural Heritage Minister Fortuna Belrose said her ministry is working closely with the Ministry of Health and will accept their advice on how to plan for upcoming events.
There's a big question mark around it, and we're monitoring with the Ministry of Health, and I think at the appropriate time we'll make the relevant statements with respect to the events. But our summer festivals for now remain scheduled, but we will be working continuously with the Ministry of Health and monitoring the situation to determine what we do. Because you very well know that in some of the countries that do have affected persons, they have keen interest, in coming to St. Lucia for the event as well. So it's about not waiting and seeing, but continuing to monitor and listening to the authorities and playing the right card when the time comes.
Belrose said the government will spend no effort to do what is right by the country. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
COVID-19 cases are slowly but steadily being confirmed in several Caribbean countries. Guyana on Wednesday confirmed its first case of new coronavirus in a Guyanese woman who died after returning to the country last week from the United States. President David Granger said the 52-year-old woman sought medical care after arriving in Guyana on the 5th of March and died on Wednesday morning. Earlier tests diagnosed her with uncontrolled diabetes and hypertension, but more tests on Wednesday afternoon after she died confirmed she had new coronavirus. St. Vincent and the Grenadines Wednesday night announced that it recorded its first case of new coronavirus after a national returned to the country from a meeting in the United Kingdom. Health authorities speaking at a news conference said the female is between the age of 30 and 35 and that the Trinidad-based Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA, had confirmed the results of the test. Health Minister Luke Brown told reporters that authorities have implemented the necessary protocols to deal with the situation, and that the patient was in isolation at home while 3 members of her family have been placed in quarantine. Jamaica has a second confirmed imported case of new coronavirus. This was announced by Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton in a post on his official Twitter account. Tufton disclosed that the patient is a U.S. Embassy employee who returned from the United Kingdom. Cuba confirmed its first cases of new coronavirus on Wednesday. Cuba's state news broadcaster said 4 Italian tourists who were staying at a hostel in the southern town of Trinidad after arriving at Havana Airport on Monday had presented respiratory symptoms and were taken to a hospital on Tuesday. On Wednesday, the hospital confirmed that 3 of the tourists had tested positive for new coronavirus. Given that St. Lucia is quickly becoming surrounded by COVID-19 cases in neighboring islands, it stands to reason that the virus will soon make its entrance to St. Lucia. The WHO says for any country, it is not a matter of if but when. The WHO director advised aggressive measures to contain the virus. There has been much discussion and debate about whether upcoming masquerade events should be cancelled. Genevieve Gonzague took to the streets to hear what you have to say.
With coronavirus being on our doorsteps literally, with cases in Martinique and St. Vincent, we took to the streets to ask St. Lucians whether they thought that masquerade events such as carnival Carnival, Jazz and Grizzly Friday night should be cancelled or postponed to help contain the coronavirus situation.
Well, for now, yes, I think it should be cancelled. Till everything get back to normal, I think it should be cancelled for now. Till we know more about that virus, because if the way it is being spread is through contact through people, like people could get it through each other, yes, it should be cancelled.
I guess we should not. We should continue with it. God is in control. So even if you decide to cancel, it might still be after the events. So I guess we should not. We should still go ahead with it.
Of course. Honestly, I have been saying to the people of Grizzly concerning the coronavirus attacking the human body. But honestly, I have not heard not one event, not even the mayor, the district rep, or the Grizzly Friday night event have spoke what measures they are putting in place for the coronavirus. Because truly, it's a big event right now on 17th. And truly, anybody who has that who have the sicknesses can at least come to the Grizzly Friday night and pass it on to people. But up to now, the Grizzly Association have not spoke about what measures they are putting in place to protect the citizens of Grizzly, and not just that. And we just celebrate International Women's Day, and most of the people who are selling are women and 17. What are they doing to protect those female vendors during the Grizzly Friday night? And truly, I personally believe one of the most attraction places to get the coronavirus is the Grizzly Friday night, the street parties. And I personally believe Jazz and Carnival and those events.
I believe the Prime Minister should be addressing the nation early about Jazz and Carnival. I believe that a weak leader will always be a weak leader. A leader that makes decisions, gotta make tough decisions. Because I believe that thing is, the mass crowd is a very serious thing. You do not know who coming in from all parts of the world is coming into St. Lucia for Carnival. And we travel frequently. I believe that Carnival, some people will not like what I'm going to say, but I will say it. Carnival should be cancelled, and Jazz, because of the safety of the nation. You have to protect your citizens and your visitors too.
Carnival and postpone the Jazz.
Keep the Carnival, but
Postpone the Jazz, yeah, that's right.
Do you have any reason for that?
Yeah, because the people come and go, but we have our local jumping up.
I'm calling on behalf of the Prime Minister, Mr. Alan Chastney. I want all mass events to postpone right away. No Eric Donaldson, no Carnival, nothing.
Well, at the moment I kind of think so, because it's a virus. It spreads through spores in the air from what droplets. So cancelling Jazz would be a sure way of containing and preventing mass amounts of people from getting ill with this virus. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned close to. You mentioned close to home. St. Vincent is in our veranda, as close as it is, and I think that the medical exposed technocrats and a health professional, but I think in their sound wisdom they should make a sound analysis. But in my layman's opinion, I think as much as possible we should negate large mass gatherings as much as possible. You follow me? Weigh the pros and the cons, what revenue the mass cause they will bring against the harm it can cause health. You cannot put a cost on life on health. And when you lose your health, it will cost you sometimes more medical expenses than the money you make in the event. So in my opinion, I think they should cut them out or curtail or downscale for now.
Well, my own thinking is that if it continue going till Carnival and every Friday night that thing is still there, I think they should cancel those things for the sake of the St. Lucian people who go there every day and enjoy themselves and do those kind of things. Because I myself is afraid. I wouldn't like no airline landing in St. Lucia with corona, neither any cruise ship coming in with corona to enter into our port. We should confiscate those things, send them things back out, because we already don't have it. That's my thinking. I don't know if we have it already. But since there is none such thing like that on the island, I would rather prefer those things to stay away from us.
I need to hear what are the Ministry of Health, the fire service, those people, when they have events like Jazz Festival and they're sitting down and telling people what are they putting measures in place for this event. But I want to hear from the Grocery Association, what measures are you putting in place for the coronavirus if it have to attack the people of Grocery? Something that should be done. Nobody has said nothing, and a good thing, because up to this moment I was saying that to a security at the school, I haven't heard nothing. We need something done. We need to hear the people who are organizing the Grocery event, the people who are organizing the Grocery Jazz Festival. And look now, they're coming in my park. They're going to have jazz there. And what are the measures they put? They put in nothing to protect the citizens of this country.
And there you have it. These are the views of the public as to whether mass crowd events such as Carnival, Jazz, and Grocery Friday Night should be cancelled or postponed in light of the coronavirus. Before we end, one member of the public sought to show me how we should be greeting each other in light of the coronavirus. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzague.
Thank you, Genevieve. This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Still to come, is the media causing panic about COVID-19 or ensuring vital dissemination of information? Senator Joachim Henry says more needs to be done to ensure preparedness for new coronavirus. And the former NHC chairman speaks his mind amid accusations and innuendo. That and more coming up after the break.